All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who were well, and salutation and much love to the Akim out there, pushing out this word and truth and sincerity. This is the brother Osh. Come back with another live lesson. Lord's will is going to be edifying to the hopeful elect. And just going to go in on slavery, all right? Because, people say, oh, well, everybody's been in slavery. Yeah, that's true. Well, guess what? Now it's the finale, okay? And now the slave masters are going to be the Israelites, all right? It doesn't matter if everybody was in slavery before. And we don't want reparations. We don't want none of that. 2 acres, what is it, 30 acres in a mule or some shit like that. Now we want you heathens in chains, as the scriptures say. So that's what it is. The nations were made to serve us at the end of the day, and ultimately to serve Yahweh Shai, all right? Because it was promised unto them. And we started with that. What was that Psalm chapter 2, I believe? Oh, come on now. It's Psalms chapter 2, verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen, all right, the other nations, for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Let's see what the other translations say. NLT, only ask, and I will give you the nations as your inheritance, the whole earth as your possession. So the whole earth is going to be given to Yahweh Shai and the elect, all right, and the Israelites, all right. If it was made by us, if Fubu for us, by us, ultimately the nations as well, the other heathens, or all the heathens, they're going to be serving us. Just like we was in chains and hardcore slavery, now these heathens are about to drink of their own cup, because all the nations ultimately had us at one point in time in slavery. Yeah, everybody's been in slavery. Well, guess what? Tough luck. That's the will of the Father. Make your request to me, and I will give you the nations for your heritage, and the farthest limits of the earth will be under your hand. And right now, it's under the hands of the wicked. Job 9:24. But very soon, all right, the earth is going to be under new management, and it's going to be ran properly, and the earth is going to flourish under the rulership of the righteous. Okay, let's get a second. But again, this is in the Bible. Second Thessalonians 1:6, seeing it as a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So who has troubled us? Huh? Who has troubled the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? Well, we can start with the number one corporate, which is Esau, Edom. All right, the self-proclaimed white man, the one that raped, robbed, and murdered our people to establish America, and that's not even up for debate. So the Lord says it's going to be a righteous thing to recompense them for the things they have done unto us. And we're going to do twofold. All right, they're going to have to drink of that cup. And in the NLT it says, in his justice he will pay back those who persecuted you. Who has persecuted us? Huh? Who has gone around the earth, took our identity, and smeared us as the worst things on the face of the earth, and again put us in captivity. To this day, we're still in the hands of our oppressors. For it is an act of righteousness on God's part to give trouble as their reward to those who trouble in you. And we're being troubled to this day. All right, nothing's changed. You haven't been let free. Just because they took the chains off of you, that don't mean you're free. Well, guess what? You're gonna get the chains now. You damn devils, and you Habibis. All right, Patel at the 7-Eleven, Kim Jong Un, all these damn heathens. All right, beginning with the leaders. All right, that's what we're gonna round up first. We get to that later in Psalms. We're gonna put chains on them, the elites of the nations, beginning with Edom. All right, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. We're talking about them people. They're gonna be the first fruits of slavery. This is Exodus 21:16. It says, "And he that stealeth the man and selleth him, were not we sold?" All right. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were sold into slavery around the world. They were shipped around and traded like Pokemon cards. And now they're still doing it today, and they just call it the NFL or NBA, whatever, right? Or boxing. Which is nothing more than the gladiator Roman games again. What, the Super Bowl's tomorrow? Well, wait till you see the witchcraft tomorrow. It's gonna be all Lord's will. All right, some judgment comes, but there's definitely gonna be some satanic rituals being performed. And selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So, what is the penalty for what the self-proclaimed white man, the Edomite, according to the Bible, has done to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the children of the Most High, the Israelites, the true Israelites, not Israelis, Israelites? What is the penalties? The scriptures say, be put to death, because what he stole us, he sold us, and we're still being found in his hand to this day. So, what is the Lord going to come back to do? Put these people down, man. So how can Jesus love everybody? Well, maybe Jesus loves everybody, but Yahweh Shai, he only loves his people. All right, he came to die for his people, as the scriptures say. But again, since they did all these things to us, now it's going to be done unto them. Deuteronomy 30, verse 7, it says, and Yahweh thy power enemies, and on them that had thee, which persecuted thee. So the Lord is about to put the curses that befell us, which again, going to Deuteronomy 28, tells us how we would be sold, and no man would redeem us, and go on slave ships. All right. Well, now it's time for you devils to go on the auction block. We're gonna trade you just like you did us. Let's go to Jeremiah 50. Verse 33, it says, thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Yeah, where were we oppressed together? Because we had the two kingdoms haven't been together since the Syrian Empire. All right, but now under the hand of the devil, the Edomites, he brought us all to the Americas and enslaved us, oppressed us together. And all that took them captives, held them fast. They refused to let them go. Again, like we read in Exodus, we're still in this devil's hands. He gonna get, when the Lord returns, he's gonna get caught red-handed with the with his hands in the cookie jar, so to say. The people of Israel and Judah have been wronged. Their captors hold them and refuse to let them go. Yeah, we've been wronged, oppressed, destroyed as a people, beat. We got our nationality beat out of us, just like in Roots, Kunta Kinte. Your name is Toby. Well, we're going to do that to you damn devils. And again, we're going to start with the elites of the nations, chiefly the elites of the Edomites. So here it is in the land of America. That's what they're talking. That's what Trump means by make America great again. Put them niggas in spics back in chains, which they're currently doing. That's why they rounded deportation. It's just nothing to put shipping them off to concentration camps, imprisonments, and according to their own constitution, slavery is illegal except for punishment for a crime. And who's the number one people that get punished for crimes? You so-called Negroes, Latinos. So slavery didn't go away. It never did. And then now you're just, if you don't go to prison, you're still a slave. You're just a debt slave. See, because back on the plantations, you didn't get no wages, but they provided houses for you. You lived out in the plantation on your little hut with your family. They provided food for you to keep you alive. And now what do? Now they just give you so-called wages so that you paid for the same shit they were giving you for free on the plantation. So it's all the same shit, man. But again, we're gonna show you nations how really to do slavery. We're gonna show you, and you devils, you're gonna be out there in the scorching sun for 1,000 years, working all damn day except on the Sabbath. See, at least we're gonna be righteous with it. You worked us till the damn muscle and the meat fell off the bones, so we couldn't even move no more. And we're gonna have super spiritual powers, man. If you die out there in the field, you're gonna come right back and get right back to work. And there ain't gonna be no sunscreen or SPF 50 to protect you from that scorching sun. You're gonna be out there with the blisters. You're gonna be turning red as a lobster. And guess what? You're gonna get whips on your back, and we're gonna put taskmaster Hamite and Ishmaelite taskmasters over you because they want some get back too. Because this devil, he's gone above and beyond. You know, hell, his own he look at what he does. He put his own people in slavery. You think he didn't put us in slavery? You crazy. Now they're trying to erase it out of the history, the books in school. That shit ain't gonna work. It's the cat's already out the bag. You can't lie about that. Talking about they were in dirt. What they say in dirt and severance or some shit, some bullshit. And then again, that's what they. Oh, everybody's gone into slavery before. Well, tough luck. Take it up with the Lord. If you don't like it, tough luck. What was I about to get? Oh, Psalms 146:5. Happy is he that had the power of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord, Yahweh, his power. Yeah, so the Lord's going to come and deliver us. Slocky, give me 1 second. Somebody at the doorbell. All right, Salaki, I'm back. Jake neighbor trying to ask for some expertise help. Ephraim might do, he's cool. But back to it. Back into the nations going into slavery. All right, because these are things that, the back to the basics, really. Scriptures we haven't brought out in a while. 13, Revelation 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Yeah, you reap what you sow. All right. The devil has was diabolical with his oppression on us, or the captivity he put on us. See, the things that, because he left the evidence behind. He left journals, and other history pieces that you can actually go and read. Obviously they don't put it on the forefront, but it's out there. And the atrocious acts they did unto us are appalling. Well, somebody got to pay for that. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Let's see how they butchered it in the other translations. NLT, anyone who is destined for prison will be taken to prison. Well, guess what? You Edomites are destined for prison. All right. 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Anyone destined to die by the sword will die by the sword. This means that God's holy people must endure persecution patiently and remain faithful. Yeah, because ultimately the tables are going to turn. So we're waiting patiently on the Lord. Let's see what else. Oh, if any man sends others into prison he will go. And who's the one sending us into the prisons? Is if any man puts to death with the sword, and what whose blessing is the sword? Huh? With the sword will he be put to death. Here's the quiet strength and the faith of the saints. Yeah, the Lord himself said that he that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. So this man has gone around rampaging with his blessing, the sword. And guess what? Ultimately, it's going to be his downfall. All right, because the ultimate sword, the thermonuclear missiles, is going to fall upon him. All right, it's going to be brought upon his own head. But after that nuclear destruction, when the elites go running into their holes, all right, we're gonna shack them up. All right, put them in bondage. And this is the scriptures that say it. So Psalms 149, and verse 5 says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathens. So the Lord's going to allow us to execute vengeance upon the heathens and punishments upon the people. What people? The people of the other nations, the ones that put hell on us. And all these other nations are in cahoots with the devil, the Edomite. All right, they're the dogs that lick the wounds. All right, they're the ones that set up their shops, the China Walk and the liquor stores and the Popeyes and the 7-Elevens selling you blunts and the G-Man shirt. They're the ones putting even more hell on you. All right, even though the chief devil, is the devil, but these other nations are going to go into slavery as well. They're just not going to get it as bad as Esau, but they're still going into slavery. It says to bind their kings with chains. We're going to put chains on your kings, the people that live in deliciously trillionaires. All right, hell, Trump, Elon Musk, all these people that you people look up to. Oh man, look how how far he's gone. Man, them devils are nothing but satanic losers. It says, and their nobles with fetters of iron. All right. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor is going to be an honor, a privilege. Have all his saints, praise ye the Lord. Let's see here. NLT, to bind their kings with shackles. See, we're going to shackle them up. And them shackles ain't never coming off. All right. Unlike you did us, you took the chains off of us. Nope. Them chains going to be on you from birth to death. And their leaders with iron chains. See, your leaders, the ones calling the shots, the ones behind the scenes, the elites, hell, even your senators and any elite or any Edomite that goes into the caves and the clefts of the rocks and hides and they're dumped deep underground military bases or their bunkers, whatever, They're gonna get slapped with iron chains and shackles, fetters of iron. We're gonna put yokes on you, on your necks. Let you do that, just like you did our people. But you ain't gonna get to run away. Ain't gonna be no underground railroads and underground. Ain't no Harriet Tubman coming for your ass. Bands of iron, and if you don't know what iron is, that's one of the densest heavy metals. Let's see what it says for iron. Oh, Barzal. That's right. Let's see. Harshness. Instrument of iron, bond of iron. All right. You get the point. There ain't gonna be no, no like handcuffs. Nope. There's gonna be some heavy ass chains we're gonna put on you, and you're gonna have to drag them around just like you did us. Your feet gonna be chained up, your hands gonna be chained up, and the only time you're gonna be able to move your hands freely is when you're out there in the plantations or whatever the hell we got you doing, making big rocks into little rocks. I don't want you near. You ain't gonna be picking no food for me. Not in my plantation. You devils is gonna do meaningless tasks just for the hell of it. I'm gonna make you make big rocks into little rocks. I'll make you dig holes, and then you're gonna start all over again tomorrow. And you're gonna have a big ass Hamite whipping the shit out of you as you're doing it. And guess what? We're gonna feed you to keep you alive. We're gonna give you just the bare minimum to keep you going. You definitely ain't touching my animals either. Isaiah 14:2. I started wanting to say for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. Yeah, because the Lord's going to bring us back and put us in our first estate. All right, He going to because right now people, the nations, they disgusted with our people, but they want to be us at the same time. So look at the low state we're in, and people still want to be us. So imagine when the Lord will restore us into our proper estate. So these other nations, they're going to get in order. They're going to want to serve us. You Edomites, though, you're going to get a foot up your ass. It don't matter because you're going to get eradicated anyway after 1,000 years. It says, and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, the Israelite foreigners, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them. We're gonna own you. All right. You're gonna be property. You're just gonna be chattel. It's just like the Amalek likes to call everybody chattel or goyim. That's what you're gonna be. You're not even gonna have a name in my plantation. You devils, you're gonna be just a monkey grunting with no name. Number 1, 2. You don't need a name. Just go out there and work. And then you're not even see. You gave us houses. You're gonna have a hole in the floor to sleep in, filled with all kind of bugs, bugging you out. It says, shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants of slaves and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Who took us captive? Well, guess what? They going to be our captives now. Who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Yeah, we're gonna rule. Who's oppressing us? Let's see what the others should say. To capture characters who possess them for servants and handmaids. Let's see. One of them should say like slaves or something. There you go. The ESV, English Standard Version, and the peoples will take them and bring them to their place. Yeah, we're gonna have you carrying us around, even though we're gonna be able to fly and run like Flash. I'm gonna have you devils just carry me around because we're gonna get our stature back. So we're gonna be heavy as hell, and I'm just gonna have a bunch of Edomites carry me around on a throne, and then just take off flying and make them just keep carrying the shit. It says, and the house of Israel will possess them in the Lord's land as male and female slaves. See, slavery's coming back. They will take captive those who were their captors and rule over those who oppressed them. All right. Let's see what else here. Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 30, and I'll go to verse. I'll start at verse. I'll start at verse 8. It says, "For it shall come to pass in that day, say Yahweh about Shem Yahweh Shai of hosts, that will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bond." Yeah, so after the great day, Jacob's trouble comes, the nuclear destruction comes, and the deliverance comes. We're no longer going to be serving you devils, man. We're not going 9 to 5. Well, even though all this bullshit is about to come crumbling down as America is circling the drain, but ultimately, when the Lord delivers us, that's when the yoke's going to be broken off of our necks and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Going to show you that King David is going to be risen up. Verse 10, "Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, says Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity." All right, I'm here in the Babylon the Great. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Yeah, we're not going to be afraid. Jake be driving around to see the police in the mirror, in the rearview mirror. Jay get to shaking. All that's going out the window. "For I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. But I will correct thee in measure and will not leave thee altogether unpunished." Hold on, let me go to, what was it? Okay, this is what I was looking for. Verse 16, it says, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries," yeah, every one of them. So all these other nations that have devoured us and have benefited and become rich off of the enslavement of the Israelites and the punishment, the cruel, what's the word? The cruel treatment. All right, that's currently at this very moment still happening. They're gonna have to pay for that. They're gonna be devoured now. It says, "Every one of them shall go into captivity." Every single one of you heathens, starting with you devils, are going into captivity, slavery. "And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey." The tables are about to turn. NLT, "But all who devour you will be devoured, and all your enemies will be sent to exile." No, no, no. They're going to be sent into slavery. "All who plunder you will be plundered, and all who attack you will be attacked." Let's see. Captivity. BBE says. All right, there we go. "For this cause, all those who take you for their food will themselves become your food, and all your attackers, every one of them, will be taken prisoners." And we're not singling any or leaving nobody behind. No man left, no heathen left behind. You're all going into slavery. You're all going into chains. All right, whoever's around the world left of you heathens, you're gonna have to bend the knee or get. You're gonna have to lay down and get laid down when we come from them chariots. When we come back down, New Jerusalem coming down from heaven, we ain't coming to have a debate or a G12 summit or whatever the hell they call it. All right, let's make a deal, peace treaty. Nope. You're gonna either bow down and go ahead and put them chains on you, or we're gonna force you to get down by the sword, right? That's why we read in Psalms 149 a two-edged sword. And look, what is it? Luke 19:27. Bring them. I'll get that next. It says, "And those who send destruction on you will come to destruction, and all those who take away your goods by force will undergo the same themselves." Yeah. So what goes around comes around. Karma's a bitch. Well, you can call it karma. We call it the will of the Heavenly Father. And like you said, if you don't want to get down, we're gonna bring you to the Lord, and we're gonna cut your head off. Luke 19:27. "But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me." I think in the Spanish version, one of the Spanish Bibles, it says decapitate. NLT says bring them in and execute them right here in front of me. That's what the Lord said. You see this red letter. Let's see, slaughter them. Slaughter, slay, kill. See, when the Lord comes down with the elect, we're not coming to play games. We're coming to conquer the earth, just like the Lord allowed Esau to go around the earth and conquer by the force and by the sword. We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do it properly. Put them to death. So, oh, here we go. In Spanish, it says decapitidarlos, which means decapitate. All right, we'll go ahead and end off on one more. This is Isaiah 41, verse 11. It says, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. There you go. You people are about to be ashamed and confounded that you touched the apple of the Most High's eye. And you're going to find out that the Lord was never with you in the first place. He just allowed you. He just used you to punish his own people. But now Esau went above and beyond, and now it's time for you to pay. And NLT, see all your angry enemies lie there, confused and humiliated. Yeah, we're going to humiliate you, devils. Anyone who opposes you will die and come to nothing. Yeah, because we're going to have ultimate power. We're gonna be as God. We are gods, but you literally gonna see gods on this earth. And what are you gonna do? There ain't gonna be no slave rebellions. What the hell are you gonna do to us, immortals? See here. Truly, all those who are angry with you will be made low and put to shame. Those desiring to do you wrong will come to nothing and never again be seen. And ultimately, Esau, after them 1,000 years, we're gonna take you and burn you up. So that's gonna be the finale for Esau Edom's slavery. It's gonna be just done away with. There ain't gonna be no more red people on the planet. The real red man ain't the Native Americans, is the devil. Obadiah 1:17. Well, I'll start at 15. It says, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. See, not just Esau, but all the heathen. But chiefly, he's going to begin with him because he's the one running the show right now. He's the man behind the curtain. It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And we already know and established what the devil has done to our people and to the whole world itself. It says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, we had to drink that cup of slavery. All right, and get our ass beat and spit on and all being humiliated. Be made sport of. It says, yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down and they shall be as though they had not been. It's going to be a far-fetched idea, that Edomites once ruled this earth. But it says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. Yeah, because the Israelites, the salvation is for the Israelites. All right. It doesn't matter how they look. The elect are Israelites, not people that believe Jesus. Right? It says, and there shall be holiness in the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Yeah, we're going to take all your riches, everything you Edomites have been hoarding up, going around the earth, stealing and keeping for yourself. You did that for us. It says, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining in the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken. So we're gonna just get rid of you after we get our payback. All right, when we get our get back, we're just gonna toss you out. All right, we're gonna flush you down the toilet like the shit that you are. All right, so with that, of course, this is edifying. We give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, Ruel. Salutation and much love to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.